Welcome to Dice Control Dojo. I'm Phil and I practice every day, share my tips so we can all get better at the casino. We're 26 days out to the casino and I'm going to be with the boys and we're going to have a good weekend and I'm looking forward to everything that we're going to do. And today I'm talking about how I'm tweaking my 45-degree angle. I want to make sure I go over how I'm at this angle, why I'm at that angle, and why it works for me for adapting to the live casino tables, because it's an excellent way of getting you to do different things in order for you to be successful and make a lot of money. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to throw for a long, long time. So at the end, I want to talk about I was just visiting an area and I saw a casino and I popped in and I got to tell you that story. So join me on that. So we're at day 26, not doing major changes or anything. I'm just tweaking each and everything that I'm doing. So this morning I was just doing my 1 hour practice, noticing that I haven't discussed a lot about this 45-degree angle that I do now with my new approach and my coach talking about it. And so we talked about me making sure that the fingers are exactly aligned each and every time, right? I'm able to see where I'm picking up these dice and dropping it in. Now, I'm picking it up very gently, so much so they can fall. Now, at this point, I'm coming in and I'm making sure that my dice are not completely straight up and down like this, that they're at a 45-degree angle, or the points are coming straight up at me like this. So why am I doing that? Well, when I was taking my classes, we were talking a lot about what do you do when your casino has different types of felt and different types of environments, and how do you adapt it without overdoing your throw. And I just love this genius idea of, if I come in on this at an angle like this, right, and I'm down at 45-degree angle, so the point's facing straight up at me and I'm getting ready to throw and I'm looking down at my target zone. This 45-degree angle allows my wrists to relax and point straight because I'm at this 45-degree angle and I'm pointing at the baby. So both ways, this is a nice relaxing throw. I'm really enjoying it. I'm just hoping that it makes me some money. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm pushing back and following through low and slow, right? So I'm making sure that they're coming out of my hands the same way. Well, my felt here, I have a new felt on this table, which may or may not be affecting how my SRR is. But it's a little bit different than my old table, because with my old table, this area right here was completely, the felt was destroyed. It was a brick. So it was hitting it and it was flying. These seem to settle a little bit down. So I don't have to, I can come in at it at the right angle for them to sit nice and easy. So I can do that by just releasing the dice, or letting the dice release themselves, of course, and low and slow. So that's been my mantra for releasing, is low and slow, which I'll talk about in a few days. But I just want to make sure that when these dice are coming out of me, that they're doing it at the right spin. And so this 45-degree angle right here allows me to adapt my dice direction on if I want more spin or less spin, just by tweaking just a wee. So ideally, I would love the dice to come out and maybe spin 1.5, 2 times. But sometimes it requires, depending on the type of table you're at, you need a lot of spin, or you need hardly any spin. You need like a knuckleball. So if I can come all the way in and just have the dice barely touching my dice, they'll come out at an angle and they won't spin as much, as opposed to if I turn it really a lot in the other direction and release, then I get a lot of spin. So you have to practice this, and I don't want to overemphasize this because when you get into tables, you just got to find the feeling of the table. There's no right or wrong answer if you need a lot of spin or a little spin. But I just realized that I can throw the same way every single time, the same way, same. I can use the same grip. I can use the same pickup. I can use the same exact muscle memory for the major muscle and the little memory from the little muscle group memory is nice and relaxed. There's nothing I'm doing different except for just moving the thumb up or down based on the surface of the casino. So if I can do that, then I don't have to make any major changes when I'm at a table. And I'm going to trust me on this. I'm a student of craps. I'm still learning. Not everything is a super tweak. My goal in life is just throw it the same way each time. But if you have a really bouncy table, or if you have a table with a surface on it that is a cement, um, sometimes you have to adapt. So instead of throwing harder or putting more wrist in or more spin in or uh, more grip, or you're releasing differently, I think the less is more. Less is more. We're talking micro millimeters of difference, and that could be the saving grace from a long throw or a .7. So when you're talking about uh, doing everything, you want it all to be the same way. So if the only difference I have in the gripping is just moving my thumb up to put the dice edges more onto the thumb or back so it lays flat against the fingers, then I think I can manipulate that a little bit more. And as I advance further and further, years and years with this throw, hopefully I'm using this throw, 10 years from now, I can tweak it so good. Right now, I'm still new at it, so it's going to be just the basics, right? Put it on the edge and let it rip. I'm not going to overthink it, but I'm setting myself up for success. It's kind of like in golf, right? When I had a golf coach. He taught me the same stroke like this, up, over, and through, right? This was a completely big change from me ripping and gripping and ripping. He goes, I'm teaching you this because for the rest of your life, I want you to play golf and not have to think about it. So the hinge, back, up, through won't hurt the back. I'll be able to do that basic stroke the rest of my life. So I'm looking at this new grip that I've just learned, this new process, to be something that's going to take me through for the rest of my life because I really enjoy the relaxation of the wrist, the arm. I'm getting success on throwing, and I'm seeing that the dice are coming out the same way. And I think I can do this throw for a long time. So I'm excited to see how I can tweak it and take advanced classes to have people tweaking it with me and showing me how I can adapt to microfiber, an 12-foot table, 14-foot table. This grip should keep me there for a long time. Now let me tell you about. So I'm visiting a casino. I'm out for work, and I noticed there's a casino in the area. And I was like, at lunchtime, I'm like, let me pop in and see what's going on here. And I've been complaining a lot that tables are too expensive for newbies to play. They're $25 tables everywhere. And this casino, I went with a friend of mine, and it was a $25 table at lunch hour on a Tuesday a couple of years ago. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I popped in, not thinking it's going to be very much of an ordeal. And I get there, and sure enough, I walk up to the table, which I can see is full. There are literally 40 cars in the parking lot at this casino. There's barely anybody there. Well, guess where everybody is? At the craps table. Go figure. So I walk over, I'm seeing, is there a tournament or something? No, it's completely full. I look down at the price. It's a $5 table. Oh my God, I haven't seen a $5 table since pre-COVID. I was so excited. I'm like, I can't believe this. So I'm looking around. I'm like, can I squeeze in anywhere? I just love to play on a $5 table for once. And it's completely full. So I see the guy in the back come over. And he's like, "Oh, you want to play craps?" I'm like, "Well, I see it. You guys are doing well. A lot of people here." He's like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Do you want me to put you on the waiting list?" He had a waiting list to get on the table. And I look around. There's a couple people at the bar, a couple people over here playing a little slots. They're waiting for somebody to leave at noon on a Thursday to play craps. I couldn't believe it. I'm so excited that there's that many people out there that want to play, but I'm very excited that they brought it down to a $5 table. I couldn't believe it. I wish I could have got on it, but also too, I knew that it was lunch hour. I wasn't going to be able to even throw for like an hour, even if I did get on the table. So I passed. But I definitely want to go see that place again when it's an empty $5 table. And so I can practice a lot for my weekend with the boys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit about the backswing. A lot of controversy, but how am I tweaking my backswing in order for me to have success at a 12-foot table and a 14-foot table? So join me tomorrow. And as always, we don't talk about betting strategies, but we do talk about things so that you can throw for a long, long time.